Welcome. Hey, so here we are, December 19th, 2024. As you all know, I often say this. I'm Kathleen Caldwell. In this lifetime, we'll only have this one December 19th, 2024, right? I mean, I can't speak about other lifetimes or other things, can't do that. But we get this great opportunities to connect, to plan, to think about the next year. And so I am so excited that each of you are here. Thank you. Whatever it took for you to be here. And I know many of you, you're munching on lunch. That's cool. Come on camera when you can. Yeah, do what you need to do. We are a realistic and practical counsel. We get it done. So there we go. So welcome to each of you in our Zoom room on our broadcast. And our session today is I've been planning it, dreaming it, thinking about it. And I will say I also did a little test run last Friday with a group of executive women leaders in my community, and they absolutely loved it. Okay. So we're in good hands. You're going to love our program today. So let me jump in and I want to share a couple slides. And our time together, we are going to create your strategic plan for 2025. And, it seems a little lofty. And for those of you who have done other strategic planning with me, with the Women's Success Accelerator and other things, this is different. Okay. This is going to be really powerful. And all of the work that you've been doing with your strategic planning, your thoughts, all of these things, you get to integrate it here today. All right. So this is not going to be a repeat of other things. Scouts honor. All right. And my agenda for today is let's clear the way. We've got, my gosh, I think probably 12 more days until the end of the year, 2024. Let's clear out in this remaining time what could be in the way for us to have an incredible 2025. Okay. Not only business wise, but also with our personal life, our health, our vitality, our spirituality, our family, our fun, all of these things. So you get to bring in everything, and we're going to be highly interactive. We're going to move this along quickly because that's how we roll in our council. We're going to create some high growth goals and have a high growth strategic plan. And then we're going to activate and accelerate. All right. I'm Kathleen Caldwell, founder of C Suite Network Women's Coaching and Consulting Council. I'm an author, I'm a speaker, I'm a lover of all things coaching, and I love doing this. I'm so excited about our time together today. And I promise, as you know, and I will deliver, that our next time together, whether, we'll take some breaks, but I'm just curious, a show of hands, how many of you actually take the time? Now, you do this with your clients as a coach consultant, but curious, how many of you would be planning to do some strategic planning between now and the year left to your own devices? Let's be honest here. Okay, gotcha. Several of you, many of you, yes. Okay, got that. All right, I'll just be transparent. If I didn't have it in my schedule, it probably wouldn't happen. Okay. Anybody relate to that? So I would love for you to put in the chat, what's your intention for our planning session today? It's all about high growth, how you can grow and excel, make a bigger impact, have a bigger presence in the world. And literally in 2025, you can say, that was the incredible year. Okay. So put in the chat, what's your intention? Because what we're going to do is come back to that kind of midway through our program. And again, we'll take some breaks. We're going to take some stretch breaks. How many of you loved a little Mariah Carey already? We did a little Mariah. Yeah. We're going to have some fun breaks. Yes. Thank you very much. And put in the chat, what's your intention for our session today? And that will also help me to really get a handle on what your intention is. Okay. And we have such a nice small group that, ladies, what I'm going to do is we're going to accelerate our time together because honestly, nobody wants to sit on Zoom calls all day. All right. I don't know about you, but I get zoomed out. But I promise you're going to leave our time together and you're going to feel refreshed, excited, motivated, and feel in action. Okay. Who's up for that? Give me a little sparkle. Yep, exactly. So please put in the chat what it is. What's your intention? I'll stop sharing here in a moment. Yeah, good. Thank you. And I would love to get your voices in here. By the way, what I love about this is I love so much about us being together. Thank you to each of you. Is I love that we come together and we co-accelerate. That when, Sanja has a great idea. By the way, Sanja zooming in all the way from South Africa. Hello. Sanja, take yourself off mute. Would you share with us what's your time? What's the time there, dear?
It's 10 past 8 in the evening.
Okay, fantastic. Who's inspired that she is here? Hello, thank you. Yes,
Thank you.
yep,
Nice to meet you all.
thank you. Wonderful. Glad you're here. Yeah. Kathy Dirksen, what time is it in Vancouver?
Sorry, it is 10:11.
Exactly, AM. Oh my goodness. So we've got the morning and then we've got the evening. Yeah, thank you. Carla, curious where you're zooming in from and what's the time there? Thanks.
Can you hear
Making it
me?
work, ladies. Yeah. Hi, welcome.
Hi, I am zooming in from the Carolinas. I'm visiting kids. So normally I'm in California, but I'm visiting kids and grandkids.
Welcome. So grateful. I bet Carol Kamimer, I don't know if Carol is on yet, but she can relate. She's in Arizona with her little grand ones. Yeah, thank you. Sonia, what time is it where you're at in Newport Beach area? Beautiful.
At
Beautiful.
10:11.
Wonderful. Thank you. Getting a little chilly there, huh? Yes, exactly. Angela in California, it's early this morning. You all ladies on the West Coast have had already a day, right? Yeah.
Just after 10 here.
Yeah, cool. Good, good, good. Yes, thank you. Okay, so I would love to just, Susan, can I ask you, would you like to just kind of fly through? I want to get your voices in here because we get to learn from one another, right? This is part of our co-acceleration for our council. We do not believe in competition. We believe in co-acceleration, collaboration. When one woman rises, guess what? We get to rise right with her. So good ideas, share, share, share. And the way you do business is different the way than I do business. And our lives are different. So sharing with generosity. Yes. Susan, would you like to go through the chat and read, just maybe quickly go through some of these intentions? Thank you.
Sure.
Thanks.
I'm going to start with Sarah that said, I want to learn more about this group because I see it everywhere. And Angela is saying, I want to refine my marketing plan. I can come up with the best offerings ever, but if no one knows about they exist, what am I going to do? I said, I'm looking for inspiration for options I haven't considered with other sessions or individuals I'm working with. Sonia said she wants to learn from others. Sanja, did I say that right? Does the J sound or is it a H?
It's just one word, so it's Sonia.
Sonia
Sonia.
too. Okay. Two different spellings of Sonia. Uh, Sonia from I would like to map out the exact business plan I can action from in January. Bravo. Kathy Dirksen, clarify my 10x plan for 2025. Way to go, woman. Phyllis, focus on the planning, deeper reflection, and figure out how to keep myself accountable. Boy, isn't that an important factor. And Christina, to streamline my activities down to the essential and high impact activities, and then map out tasks and timelines. I think we got some great things in that list.
Woo! This is fantastic. Great. So, guess what, ladies? You don't have to just choose one intention. You can have all of these intentions, right?
And I
So,
see
thank
because
you.
I missed Carla's. It had shown up while I was like zooming through the others quickly. Carla's looking to learn more about how this group process strategic planning, clarifying objectives, engage stakeholders, advance equity, establish measurable outcomes, and strengthen alignment. Man, is that not an incredible list for all of us to think about?
Ooh, leaning
Beautiful. Thank
in.
you, Carla.
Those grandbabies are really getting things going there with your playfulness and your fun. How about that? Okay, good. Okay, so we're going to get all of that, okay, and more. So where we're going to go next is uh, setting our intention. That's part of the big picture here is what is it that we're going for? And of course, I am so big into our what and our why, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. So let's take a moment, and I'd love for us just to take a little breather. All right. I don't know that I've actually taken a deep breath all morning long, but we get to here. And I'm also a believer in let's take a strengths approach to our new year. All right. What I know about each of you for sure is that you are hardworking, you're committed, you're smart, you're all in to your life and your business and your clients. And rarely do women like you and me included actually take a moment and appreciate what we've been doing. Okay. And I've started a new practice. I'll share that with you that every night I'm going to bed. Not only do I do my 3 Gs, what are the 3 things I'm grateful for? I've been doing that with my husband for 19 years, but I'm also taking I'm getting myself in the habit, and you can try this too if you're not already doing it, is just take a quick moment and literally review the day and appreciate myself for what I did during the day. Because that then impacts our subconscious mind. It impacts our dreams. It has us start to go to work on what's next for us. So, tip number one, right? So, utilize your powerful mind at night because it's working as hard as you are during the day. Okay. So, take it a little pause, and I'd like for you to put in the chat, put in your notebook, write it down, whatever you'd like, is to take a moment and let's look back. Again, we're just going to spend a few minutes on this, but this is key, really key. What can you celebrate and acknowledge about yourself in 2024? Okay. So I'm going to put on literally, we're going to just take just 3 minutes max. I'm going to put on a little writing music. And what can you celebrate and acknowledge about yourself? What are you lifting up about yourself? Okay. So, and if you'd like to put a couple things in the chat, that's cool. And let's go. Start 3 minutes. Okay. And we'll get the timer going here. Yes, we will. Okay, what are you acknowledging about yourself? What are you appreciating about yourself? So let me finish here. Okay. All right, I'm going to just time on my end here. How's that? So 3 minutes. Go ahead and start writing music coming up here. Really think about the whole of your life, your business, your career, everything that you want to appreciate and acknowledge. And for extra bonus points, you can put a couple things in the chat if you'd like to. All right. And I'll give you a 2 minute mark and a 1 minute mark. We have 2 minutes left. One minute left. Okay. I am curious. A word or a phrase. Thank you, Kathy Dirksen, putting it. Oh, that's right. That's right. Yep. Yep. Tenacity and resilience. Yeah. Yeah. Put it in the chat because also it's something powerful to declare for yourself. Because guess what, ladies? We are in a cocoon here for the next little bit. We're in a sacred space. All right. And we're standing for each other. What a powerful place. Sometimes out in the world, maybe we don't feel this kind of standing for each other kind of thing. But in our council, we stand for each other, right? So I would love for you, if you'd like to, just give us a one sentence. Hey, I am appreciating about myself. I'm appreciating about myself that I am unstoppable in 2024. I don't need to give you a backstory. Just need to tell you, I am unstoppable in 2024. Who's next? Just give us the one sentence. What are you appreciating about yourself? Jump in, unmute yourself. Yes, thank you. Oh, Susan, love that. Thank you. Yep, yeah. Thank you. Angela, jump in. Sonia, jump in. Both Sonias. We have two SJs on our call today.
I
What a
need to,
beautiful thing.
I
Yeah.
want to say this to the other Sonia.
Ah,
I was born in Bogota, Colombia, and my real mother was a maid, and she was cleaning different offices. And the reason my name is Sonia is that one of the women she met in one of the offices that she thought was so beautiful, and she was blonde and everything. She said, "What's your name?" And she said, "My name is Sonia." So for the longest time, when I was first growing up, people would say, "Well, do you spell that with an I or with a J?" And I would say, why are they asking me about J? Until I realized, that there was people that came from another culture. So it's an honor to meet you and to have you have the J.
Same here. There are actually three versions. It's I, J, and a Y.
And why, right.
I normally have people spell my name with a Y, and then I have to go and correct it. But yes, nice to meet you too.
Nice to meet you too.
yeah.
What I appreciate about myself this year is my commitment to learning.
Mm.
I decided that I was going to learn how to become a better speaker. And I spent a lot of time with coaches and tried different approaches. So that's what I'm appreciating about myself today.
Oh, Sonia, thank you. We're sparkling for you. Great, 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 great. Who's next? What are you appreciating about yourself from 2024?
Based
Give
on
yourself a pat on the back.
We need an applause sound effect.
Yes, we do, don't we? Okay, I love it. We got to work a timer, but yeah, okay, got it. Thank you.
I did put it in the chat, but I feel like I've gotten a lot better at not only articulating my message, but like I said in the chat, but just on camera presence in general, even though I might or might not have forgotten to turn the light on again.
Got your beautiful background.
See, and that has been, I can't say enough for that.
As a role to everyone, I easily reach out to new people of all types and surmount fear of hard conversations as a proficient questioner. Curious, creative, and
Love
content.
it. Thank you, Angela. We're sparkling for you. Thank
Yay,
you.
Angela.
Woohoo!
Yeah, thank you. Christina, jump in. Susan, jump in. What are you acknowledging for yourself?
Susan, do you want to go?
Sure. Consistently showing up and supporting what is both around me that supports me and those that I am helping to grow their business.
Oh, excellent. Sparkling for you. Yes, so true, right? Gosh, this is all true. Yes. Christina, jump in. What are you acknowledging and celebrating about yourself?
Yeah, so it's so funny you're asking this question because this morning, something that I do towards the end of the year every year is I go and I look back at my journal entries from the previous year. And in my journal entries from last year, I was like, 2024 is the year I'm gonna really focus on my health, right? And I didn't really articulate what exactly, whatever. So anyway, I joined a gym in May, which, by the way, if anyone who knows me knows, like that's like a really big deal. And so this morning, I was reading my journal entries from last year, and I was like, oh my God, I joined a gym, and I've been like consistently going and lifting weights and like, getting in the bro zone and everything. And it just like, for me, it has been this like year of, I wrote grit and gumption, just really kind of embracing my youthful tomboy energy. And so, yeah, I had completely forgotten that I wanted to focus on my health. And then I just went and can I just tell you, going to the gym has been the best thing I could have ever done for my business. So,
Excellent.
yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. Congratulations. It's sparkling for you, Christina. Yes, yes. Good. Phyllis, jump in. Sonia, jump in. I know that you put it in the chat, and Carla and Kathy Dirksen. Just give us the bottom line. What are you celebrating about yourself? What are you appreciating about yourself? By the way, this is a great LinkedIn post. What am I celebrating about myself? And what am I, and feel free, do a post from today. Hey, from today's Women's Coaching and Consulting tomorrow. Yeah, feel free. We'll love that. Yep. Jump in. What are you celebrating? Phyllis, come on, bring it, lady.
It's kind of I don't know how new these are, but that I easily reach out to new people of all kinds of types and can connect easily, that I surmount the fear of hard conversations with questions, and that, I'm ever curious, creative, and a continuous learner. And that's every day, those three things.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Phyllis. Yes, we're sparkling for you. Yeah. Jump in if you haven't shared. We want to get your voice in here. What are you celebrating about yourself?
Yeah, no, like I mentioned in the chat there, so tenacity and resilience have definitely been my bottom line this year, with a lot of big things going on, and kind of marks though the shift into next year, because now with my daughter married, she's going to be moving out. So I'll have to, really think so much about what is my next step. Right now I'm living in a 3-bedroom house. I don't really need that by myself. So where will I live? What do I want my business to look like once, nobody else is depending on me for anything? I can just do my thing. Whole new world.
Yay.
Very big things.
Congratulations, Kathy. That's great. Very good. It's the year to fly, right? And also, I'm just planting a little seeds some seeds here because you will certainly, out of our time together, you'll come up with some plans and you will also come up with your word of the year and maybe your phrase of the year. And I'll share with you my phrase of the year because I think you're going to love it and you can use it too. Yeah, good. Thank you. If you haven't already, good. Carla, jump in. Sonia, jump in, please.
So my words were
Technology.
patience and persistence. So 2 years ago, I submitted my application for Canadian permanent residency. It normally takes 1.5 years to get it. And in January, which is around the corner, it'll be 2 years that I've been waiting. So patience, letting it unfold naturally when the time is right. God's going to move me.
He's going to
Persistence
move
in
you
the
over
sense
here to
of
Vancouver.
thank you. Yes,
neighbors.
Kathy. Hello, Kathy. Nice to see you again. The other word I chose is persistence because I launched a new session called the Belief Implosion session this year, and I had to put a lot of systems in place and things didn't work out, and I had to go and get them sorted out, technical issues and all that kind of stuff. And it just felt like Groundhog Day, and I just thought, you know what, just keep doing it, try and make it as pleasant as possible, but you'll get to the end of it, which I eventually did, and I was very happy about the launch that happened.
Congratulations, Sonia. And
Thank you.
as a person where the movie Groundhog Day was filmed, I can personally say we're gonna have a Groundhog Day celebration coming up in the end of February. So there we go. Good, good, good. Thank you. Sparkling for you, Carla. Bring us home. Bring us home. What are you celebrating about yourself?
Well, I threw it in the chat. It's really the
Please.
idea of being professionally adaptable.
Mm.
So, we are women of a certain age. And so I've been kind of doing my leadership coaching a particular way and working in a particular sphere for 3 decades now. And as of late, have really propelled myself in areas that I never thought I would be in, and having the confidence and the chutzpah to not only do it, but do it well. And so kind of tackling or jumping on Kathy's idea of you're now an empty nester in this like kind of new phase of your life. I've been an empty nester for a while, but it just this level of confidence that I have past 50 years old has been amazing. And so I think just this professional adaptability that really I can do anything, and I'm really the only person stopping myself. So
well, sparkling for you, sparkling for you. And Carla, you're so intuitive because guess what? That's where we're going to go next. Everyone had a chance to share, right? Just want to make sure. Okay, got it. Okay, good. So thank you for leading us into hello, what's next in our journey here? And to take a look at you know so celebrating what's really been working for you and also then kind of looking at, hey, what do you want to let it go of? Let's look back. We're kind of doing this multitasking thing, this bilateral, we're using two different parts of our brain. We're looking forward and starting to dream, and we're going to start putting some plans in place. Okay, and then we'll take a break at the top of the hour, just literally like 5 minutes, 7 minutes, something like that. Take a little quick little bio break, stretch break. But until the top of the hour, let's continue because we're going to start putting some plans in place. But looking back, looking back to the year, and at the same time looking forward is what is no longer serving you? What is no longer serving you? What are you letting go of? Okay. What is no longer serving you? And, sometimes we got to let go of the rope. If we're on a bridge, and we're holding on to one rope, we've got to grab on to the next, whatever it is. It's the rope, it's the chain, it's the handle, it's the whatever it is. So, what is no longer serving you? What are you letting go of? Okay. And literally, we're going to take 2 minutes. Okay. 2 minutes. I'll put on a little writing music for you here. And what is no longer serving you? One more minute. One more minute. Okay. Very good. So letting go of, it takes something as we're moving into this next year is, we can't hold on to the same stuff. And even maybe some things that have been working for us. Okay, keep the strengths going, but perhaps there's a reinvention here. And as coaches and consultants, you're a trusted advisor to your clients, standing for them and who they are as people, as human beings, obviously their goals and what they want in life. But Marcus Buckingham says, what got you here will not get you there. Okay. So put in the chat, some things that you're letting go of. What are you letting go of? Okay. And what's no longer serving you? Yeah. Yeah. And I know for me, overthinking, and I would love to just do a quick little popcorn. We don't need a story, just pop in. What are some words of things that you're letting go of? What's no longer serving you? Just unmute yourself. Let's popcorn. For me, it's overthinking. Overthinking. Who's next? What are you letting go of? Popcorn.
Too many priorities and the fear of overwhelm.
Thank you. Excellent. Oh, we're sparkling for you. Okay. Got it. Yes. Thank you. Christina, Susan, Kathy, Sonia, Carla, Angela, jump in.
Um, I'm letting go of being worried about people thinking I'm weird.
Sparkling. Excellent. Yes, exactly. Weird is normal, right? Weird is good, right? Yes,
Weird
exactly.
is the new black. Okay.
That's it. That's it. Thank you. Thank you. Good. Thank you. Who else? What are you letting go of? What's not serving you anymore? Jump in.
I'm letting go of a couple of meetings that I've enjoyed attending, but I do not feel the time commitment is where I need to be focused.
Excellent. Yes. Claiming more of our time. Who wants to claim more of your time back, right? Yes. And a question I have right here by my side of my desk is how much of my time is truly my own? Give away a lot of my time. So curious question, how much of my time am I really claiming as my own? Yes, thank you. Thank you, Susan. Great. Others, jump in. Popcorn. What are you letting go of? What doesn't serve you anymore?
I'll jump in, but first I
Please.
want to address Christina and her weird. I like to say,
Okay.
those of us women who are doing big, new, crazy things, we are not normal because normal people are sitting watching TV and just letting the day go by. So we are not normal. Embrace it, love it. We love you.
Excellent. Very good. So true. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So letting go of what doesn't serve you anymore. Kathy, did you want to share? Would you like to share something?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I'm letting go of playing small and letting other people control my schedule and my plans. And I'm flying.
Excellent. 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 Thank you. Okay, great.
I'm weird too.
Excellent. Good. Good, good, good. Carla, jump in. Angela, Sonia. Yeah.
Just to, Christina's point of being weird, I've had clients call me, "You're really weird, but in a good way." So, I've always said to them as well, we're weird and we're going to be the normal watch in the years to come. We're going to be the normal ones, and those that are normal now will be weird. So it's all good. What am I letting go of? See, I've even forgotten. I let go of my weirdness, that's for sure.
Excellent.
I think I found myself throughout this entire year being behind. It's like because things
Mm.
came up and there were great opportunities. I'm very grateful for them, but I just felt I was catching up. Like I write a blog every month, and I felt, the blog for November was written in December, and that's how it was. And I thought, this is nuts. And I'm letting go of all this pressure of having to post on social media because people tell you, oh, that's how you get clients. I found networking to be much better, and I enjoyed a whole lot more. So I'm just letting go of the mainstream BS that people tell you should be doing in your business when you should just follow your intuition at the end of the day.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah.
Sparkly for you. Yes. Yes. Who can resonate also with this feeling, this experience of always being behind, always feeling behind, like always playing catch up in whatever it is. Yeah, let's let that go, right? That makes us feel like we've got one foot here and one foot here, that we're never like, I feel like I'm not sure-footed if I'm always thinking that I'm behind. Behind what and behind whom, right? Yes. Yeah. Thank you, Sonia. Good. Carla, jump in. Angela, jump in. Sonia, jump in. What are you letting go of? And we're going to move forward after this. Yes. Yeah.
No, I've got to say this because I've shared with others that I'm an astrologer. So to all of you guys who think that you're weird, the planet Pluto, power, transformation, went into Aquarius officially to stay there for the next 20 years in November. So for the next 20 years, those of you who are actually living in the future, thinking about things in a very new way, and are not scared to be yourself, you're going to have a great time. Particularly if you're an Aquarius also by birth.
Excellent, Sonia. Thank you.
Just know that.
Yeah. Good. So letting go of what no longer serves you.
I guess
Go ahead.
having had a lot of opportunity to work with very powerful people, being very attached to a specific opinion. And so I realized that there was times when I was getting recommendations from others that I would just dismiss an idea very fast to say it doesn't fit me or it's not right for me. And I've decided I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to be open.
Very nice. Wow, how profound. That's beautiful. Thank you. Who wants to take that on? Being more open, right? Yeah, not gullible, not suggestible, but just open. What a beautiful place. That's great. Thank you. Thank you. I'll take that on too. Hey, guess what? We get to take these on too, right? Yeah. Let them go or take them on. Yeah. Thank you. Good. And in finishing up, Angela, Carla, what are you letting go of? What doesn't serve you?
Yeah, there's a couple things. Hopefully I'm off mute this time.
Yes, you are, dear. Yes. Aw. Yeah.
So the couple things, the conversation about being weird, I'm just letting go of the self-consciousness about my visual presentation because, you put systems in place, but then, when you get on camera and forget to turn the light on again, or you post an AI generated image on X that's supposed to be a frustrated customer, but it actually looks like a wicked witch, you know, you, you can't sweat the small stuff. You got to just let that stuff go. But the other thing I want to let go is fear of the or avoidance of the word no, either hearing it or saying it.
Ooh, powerful. And who relates to that? Yep, 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 yeah. Oh gosh, excellent.
It takes, no's the second best answer to yes. And I was thinking, you got to just shoot your shot in terms of marketing, in terms of approaching businesses in the same way you are with all these podcasts. You got to, that's obviously working. So you got to start approaching businesses on personally. And in order to do that, you got to be okay with the word no because you're going to be hearing it a lot, you know.
There you
But
go.
each
Thank
no
you.
is one more step on the way to yes.
Love it. Who can relate to Angela Sparkling? Yes. Yeah, pretty much everyone here. Yeah, good. Thank you. Thank you. Good. Thank
May
you.
may
Jump
I
in. And
add to that
Carla.
about no? I have frequently said no is just a statement for a moment. It may be that it is not the right time. It may be that you need to look at the fact that if somebody is asking you to do something, no is the yes to understanding what your limitations are to deliver what they're requesting, and making sure that you do not create failure by accepting something you cannot achieve in that moment.
Thank you,
And I think
Susan. Yeah.
instead of looking at it as a negative, and when you look at it as a statement for this moment in time, it takes the judgment out of it as a, a rejection. It's more of a fact of what is real, and it allows you to own it when you have to say it as much as when you receive it from someone. So
Brilliant.
for me, that's always been a great way to reframe a no.
Base.
Thank
Besides,
you.
it
Thank
could be
you.
more of a maybe. Maybe
Yeah,
later.
no, maybe it's no, not now, right?
Yes, no, not now. So
Yeah.
And I
Susan,
have,
fabulous.
just in my social life, over the past 20 years, I've had close friendships damaged because people just couldn't say no. They'd say yes and then they wouldn't deliver.
Right. Yeah.
And I think it irreparably damaged the friendship where they just drawn the boundary to begin with.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Thank you. That's
Sucked in the moment, but
a great perspective. And Angela, what I'm also hearing is, what are we saying yes to and what are we saying no to? That's part, you have this beautiful ability to really capture what we're talking about. This is so fabulous. Yes. Thank you, Angela. This is great. Thank you. Carla, how about you? What are you letting go of? What no longer serves you? And then we're going to start creating, ladies. Jump in.
Yeah, so
I know you
I already
put a
threw
lot in the
this.
chat. Yeah.
Yeah, I threw it in the chat, but just
Thank
the
you.
self-doubt, which is the twin sister to perfectionism. So I am a perfectionist, and so I think spending a lot of time making sure that everything is just right. And I think that goes into my third point, the idea of the inability to delegate, because I feel I have to control and I need to be the, the one to do it right. So that trifecta right there is really has been always an ongoing goal, but really trying to highlight that for 2025.
Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. So, how many of you can relate? We've got this genetic disposition to try to do it all and do it all at once and have it be perfect and all this. Anybody relate to that? Yes. Yes. My beloved mother is the master at doing 10 things at once and doing them all like perfectly, but then paying the price, being burned out and tired. So, yes, I had a great role model for all of that. Maybe many of you are caregivers growing up. So, yeah, thank you. Okay, so we're letting it go. Let's just clear it out of our energy. Woo! Yes. Now, guess what? We get to do some creation. Let's start to create here. All right. It is time. Who's ready to do some creation?
thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you. Let's start. And I would also like to take a moment and guess what? I get to be your New Year fairy godmother. And so I'm wearing my cute little 2025 little tiara, and I got my little sparkly little heart, and I am saying to each of you, you get to have whatever ever you want in this next year. Okay? So here's our dreaming time, and I'm going to give you a little prompt. And then we're going to do a little writing, and then we're going to talk about how do we start putting in action. Are you digging the cute little I got this just for you back in August because I said I see that and I want to have something kind of fun and sparkly. All right, and silly. Thank you. Okay. So let's start to imagine, and if you would like to, you can. If you want to close your eyes, you can. You don't have to. And just maybe make yourself a little comfortable if you would like to. And I'd like to invite you to come with me and all of us in our beautiful sacred circle here, right now, to imagine that it's 1 year from today. Humans have this amazing ability to use our powerful minds to fast forward us into the future. It's really incredible that we get to look in the past and we also get to look into the future and start to think about, imagine, visualize, picture, pretend, or just think about what you'd like to have your life look like in 1 year from today. And at the same time, imagine that we're back together here in 1 year. And I promise you, we will do another session 1 year from now. And we'll be able to look back on 2025 and say, wow, this is everything that I experienced, everything I accomplished, everything I wanted came true. And so I'd love for you to take a moment and start to think about, I'm going to put a little bit of writing music on. And what do you want your life to look like 1 year from today? Your business, your coaching, your consulting, your speaking, your book writing, your groups, your councils, your training, your education, whatever you want, your retreats that you're doing, your leadership as a coach consultant. What do you want your life to look like a year from today? And then a couple other prompts to think about is, what do you want your health to look like? And so maybe you could start thinking about, hey, my business first. What do I want my business to look like in a year? How many clients do I want to work with? What's my schedule like during the day? How many days a week do I work? What's the flow of my life with my business? What do I want around my health, my relationships, where I'm living? And so I'm going to put out a little writing music and let's take 3 minutes, ladies, 3 minutes to start to create what we want our life to look like 1 year from today. And kind of here's the prompt here. What do you want in 1 year? And of course, why do you want it? What do you want and why do you want it? All right. And many of you have done this exercise in different ways. I'm going to give you another little quick little prompt that's going to be very helpful to you, which is in our 3 minutes of writing that's coming up. What do you really, 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 really want? You know, your R3, your R cubed, your R squared, whatever it is. What do you really, really, really want? And I'm borrowing this a little bit from my dear friend Jeffrey Hazlitt, and I've added my own little twist to this, but do you want freedom, fame, fortune, fun, family? What are the priorities for you? And what's really driving you and motivating you around this? Okay. So a lot of stacked questions here, but let's put on a little writing music and 3 minutes to start to dream and think about what you really, really, really want. Okay. And so here a little bit of writing music. This is your opportunity to really start dreaming. And if you've done this exercise before, let's take another cut at it and say, okay, maybe start with something fresh and new that's different than you've done before. Okay, what do you really, really want? Why do you want it? And we're not getting into the how just yet because we're going to deal with the how in just a little bit. All right, so go ahead, 3 minutes.
effortlessly. Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is coming to me. Every time I open my heart, I receive all that I need. Knowing that God is my source, I relax and let it flow. And I know that money is coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is coming to me. I got money. Money is coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is coming to me. I got money. Money is coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is coming to me. And I have all I need. It's all inside of me. I just ask and let go and let spirit direct the flow. And I know that money is coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is coming to me. I got money. Money is coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is coming to me.
2 more minutes. What do you want? Why do you want it?
Easily and effortlessly.
Don't censor yourself. Just write. Type.
Easily and effortlessly. Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is coming to me. So much money. Money is coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is coming to me. I got money. Money is coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is coming to me. So much money. Money is coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is coming to me. So much money. Money is coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is coming to me.
Okay, 1 more minute.
What do I want? What do I desire? What will bring me to my highest good? What do I want? What do I desire? What will bring me to my highest good? Prosperity, prosperity. I claim it, I claim it. Abundance, abundance is mine, is mine. Love, love flows through me, flows through me. I feel joy, all the time, all the time. I can have it, I can have it. I deserve it, I deserve it. I claim it, I claim it. It is mine, it is mine. I can have it, I can have it. I deserve it, I deserve it. I am it, I am it. It is mine, it is mine.
10 seconds.
Fills my heart, fills my heart. I surrender, I surrender everything, everything. Health, health is my birthright, is my birthright. Passion, passion helps me sing, helps me sing. I can have it, I can have it. I deserve it, I deserve it. I claim it, I claim it. It is mine, it is mine. I can have.
Okay, Karen Drucker, by the way. Karen Drucker, super good music. Yeah. And in this new year, what are we putting in up here? What are we putting in our heart and our soul and how are we feeding ourselves emotionally, physically, financially, friend-wise, all these things? What are we doing to feed ourselves? Okay, got it. So you can put, and I'd love for you to put in the chat so we can get some visibility, because we're going to take a break here in just a second. And during our break, I have another really curious question, which is all about, of course, what do you really, really, really want And why do you want it? Because guess what, ladies? We get to write a check. We get to write a check to the universe, paid to you of whatever you want, whatever the number is. All it is we are going to match up what are the strategies, what are the tactics, which we're going to talk about, and we're going to get into details. So you're going to write down your plans in the next segment of our program. What is it? What is the thing that you're ordering up? Because if we're telling the world, our clients, our prospects, our colleagues, our partners, well, I'd like this, but I'd like this, I'd like this, I'd like 25 to 30 things. Uh, it's hard for people to serve you. Okay. So I would love for you to think about what are the things that you really, really, really want. And in the Women's Success Accelerator program, the year-long program, and our council, we focus on 3 to 5 things, really just the ease of 3 to 5 things. And so love for you to think about that. And then during our short break, this is my key question for you. Okay. I'm just curious how many of you instinctively know what you really, 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 really want? That there's another level even beyond that, that perhaps you're even like not even declaring. Okay. Like, what's your indulgent why? What are your indulgent desires? Golly, I want a brand new home with a pool. Okay. Yes, it doesn't make sense because there are 79 pools in the community that I'm moving to with my husband. There's 79 pools. Why would I need my own pool? The indulgence. I want my own pool. So maybe I can go skinny dipping with my beloved. Hello. So I'm curious, what's your indulgent why? Because your desire too. What is your desire? I love the word desire. It's a noun and a verb. It's to long for and love and want something, right? It's okay to have desires, ladies. It's okay. And I love this second definition. It's a conscious impulse towards something that promises enjoyment or satisfaction at its attainment. Now, I'm not saying we live in a state of desire all the time, like the thing that we want, we can't ever have. No, no, no. I'm saying let's move it to a different level. What is it that you truly desire? And I just did some research on this. I want to share this with you is since the 1800s, the word desire was the highest in the 1800s around the world. Look what's happened over time. The word desire, the use of desire has been going down. It's ticking up a little bit, but this is important for us to know for ourselves and also for our clients. What are their most indulgent desires? Okay. So, what's your indulgent desire? All right. That's the thing that's going to give you the afterburner. That's the thing that's going to give you the fuel and the juice to work a little bit more, to stay in the game when things are not looking your way. It's this indulgent experience, this thing, to be able to have a business, which I'm so grateful that I have now, that I work 20 to 25 hours a week when the rest of the world is out there doing whatever they're doing. Gosh, bless them, we want the goddess to bless them, etc. But these indulgent desires, you deserve it. You've earned the right. Okay. So I want you to put in the chat, yes, I'm interested in what you really, 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 really want. But I'm also extremely interested in your most indulgent desires. Okay. If you do not state it, you cannot claim it and you cannot have it. That's just how it works. Okay. So put in the chat what's your biggest desire, and then we're going to take a quick little break. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. What's your biggest indulgent? See, we aren't taught to think about this, ladies. We're not taught about this. How many of yes, thank you, Sonia. Exactly, exactly. Yes. And to also think about the underneath part of this as we get into the tactics next. But underneath is, why do I really want that? To feel good, to have my health, to feel the, you know, the body work, the things that it's going to provide to me. Okay. So get into underneath. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Yes. Thank you, Kathy Dirksen. Excellent. So put in your biggest indulgent desires, and then we're going to take a little break. Could we take, say, about 7 minutes? I'll put on the timer. 7 minutes stretch break, potty break, all these things. Yes, I love it, Angela. Travel first class, love it. That's exactly it. Okay. So I'm going to put some music on and I'll put on the timer. So we'll just say 8 minutes. At 15 after the hour, we'll come back and guess what? We're going to get into the planning. Okay. We're going to get into the planning. All right. But we got to start with the foundation of what do you really, really, really want and why do you want it? Okay. So if you'd like to turn your cameras off, I'll put the timer on. 15 after, put your most indulgent why in the chat. And here we go. Okay. See you in just a few minutes. Be ready to come back and we're really going to go for it. Thank you. Okay, good break. Thank you. Okay, so thinking about what you really, 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 really want for your business, your life, your family, your legacy, whatever it is. Guess what, ladies? You know that all of these beautiful desires, you've got the qualifications to do whatever you want to do. Okay. We are not here we're not new coaches. We're not new into the business world. You've got the qualifications. And I'm not going to go into, we've done this in other programs. We'll continue to do this to list your qualifications, list your experience, list your credibility, but to have what you really, really, really want. The bottom line is it takes fuel. It takes the gas of your business, the money, the income, the revenue, to be able to have the clients coming in, to have the lifestyle, to have the business that then fuels your lifestyle. And I am the biggest advocate on the planet. I do it for myself and for my clients is let's have a freedom lifestyle. Let's have a lifestyle, the business that fuels our life. Okay. So that we're not just in business, but we've got the capacity to be able to have enough income, revenue, things that you want that fuel the things that you want in your life. Okay. That we're not kind of concerned about money, that, hey, like money is just the oxygen, the fuel. So no need to put it in the chat unless you'd like to make a declaration out there, because guess what? The universe is listening. So on your sheet of paper, in your computer, wherever you're at, it's important to say the number. Okay. It's important to say the number or write down the number. And I highly recommend while you are around your office, your home, in your life, while you're out taking a walk, whatever, say the number of what you want. Say it and say it and say it and say it and say it. Number two, you're up leveling your fees kind of as a result of today. One of our sisters wants to go from 5,000 per keynote to 7,500. And I want this to be so automatic for you that you just like pass the salt. Like, of course, my fees are 7,500. So what are your fees? My fees are 7,500 for a keynote speech. It's like so matter of fact. So the more that you normalize the number, okay, the key. And these are all the things. If we're looking at corporate coaching, consulting, I'm not going to go through these. You've seen these before. These are all the things that you can be doing. Okay. Yep. Thank you. And Angela, let me get through this and we'll jump over to you. These are, there's a plethora of activities, high value offers that you can have in your business. Okay. And so we've gone through these so many times in our council meetings, but you probably have seen this beautiful matrix here on the screen, and I'll just verbalize it, is the VIP things to work with you, VIP one-on-one. That must be the most invaluable experience for your clients. It already is. And the high touch, high value should be the most income generating for yourself. Okay. And then you could have got a whole menu of things here: group coaching, councils, alliances, masterminds. You've got things that you can choose from there. It's like a tier down. Maybe you would even offer intensives like VIP days, half day VIPs. So, my intention today is to give you a lot of ideas. And then we're going to start moving here in about 4 minutes to start doing some specific planning. Okay. You don't have to know the exact mix of things, but I want you to think about the days of just doing one on one coaching and consulting. Those days are over. All right. You don't have to do that anymore. It's phenomenal, but it can be a very, very intensive time thing. Okay. I love it, but it's in the mix of things that I do. And that's what I want for you. So you've got boot camps, masterminds. Maybe you look under the do it yourself model and you've got books, home study programs, courses, trainings. You're leading book programs like Kathy Dirksen, you're leading initiatives. And then you've got all kinds of things. Maybe you've got a podcast that you monetize. Maybe you've got challenges that you monetize. You've got a variety of things to choose from. Okay. And so this starts with you in your notebook, on your paper, in your laptop, wherever you're at your computer. Start to think about what could be for this next 2025. What are your gold, silver, and bronze goals? Okay. Because we've said, hey, in order to get the fuel and the gas for your life that you want, to get the pool, to get the first class travel, all that, we got to have the revenue to do it, the income. So I'd like for each of you to think about what could be your gold, silver, and bronze goals. Okay. The gold would be, wow. Okay. Let's just say, gosh, I'd love to be generating, hypothetically, 150, 250,000 US dollars. And maybe I'd just say my gold goal would be, oh my gosh, 300K or 275. My silver goal could say be, one, 225. And yet my bronze goal, the goal that I know my plans will accomplish, could say maybe 175. Okay. So you've got a mixture of things so that we're not focusing in on just one number. Okay. Questions, comments about this? Let's set it up as a gold, silver, and bronze kind of thing. Okay. Makes sense to you? Do you all like this idea? Okay. Okay. And I'm going to take just a quick moment, write it down. You don't have to put it in the chat unless you'd like to. Hey, there's something powerful about declaring it to the world. My number is 750, ladies. 750 is my bronze. Okay. 750. So that's going to get a really nice pool, and that's going to have a lot of free time and retreats and all kinds of gorgeous things. Take my mastermind group, my year-long program, ladies, to a spa, and we get to have spa treatments. Hello. Okay. So indulgent. Oh my gosh, excellent. So if you want to put it in the chat, what would be your gold, silver, and bronze goals? Okay. And I also want to, as an aside, we've got to normalize, ladies, the discussion about money. That's going to be a topic for next year, big time. We've got to normalize and really declare with full confidence, hey, I want a six-figure business. Okay. Or more. Okay.
Can I just ask, Kathleen, is
Hey.
gold
Mm.
beyond, like, it's possibly reachable?
Yes.
It's really a stretch goal. Is that the gold one? And
Exactly.
the realistic one might be silver and bronze. Am I understanding
Perfect.
that correctly?
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And because setting up this is a great question, Sonia, because thinking about, like, again, we're giving our clients, we're giving our community, we're giving the universe the ability to say yes to something even greater, but we're putting a name to it and we're putting goals to it. Okay. And when you, thank you very much. So I love this, Susan, because then what we can do is then match up what are the strategies and the tactics? What do I need to be doing in order to meet that gold goal? And then, hey, worst case scenario is I achieve the silver, which is fantastic too, right? Yeah. If we don't declare it, we can't have it. Okay. Thank you, Susan. Love it, love it, love it. All right. I'm all in on that. That is great. Okay. All right. So take a moment, put these numbers in. Okay. Because we're never taught in coach school, ladies. We're never taught in coaching school to do this kind of work. We're never taught. We're taught to have good competencies around coaching and great listening skills and all that, but we're never taught about these kind of goals. Okay. By the way, you might engage with your clients on these things too. All right. This is a big, juicy conversation. All right. So you've got a goal, and I just want to lay out very quickly for you is, hey, this is a couple scenarios that you might want to think about. It's easier than you think to get to, let's just say 125. And if you have a 125 US dollar, you've got a six-figure business, ladies. That is a phenomenal business. And literally, merely about 30% of coaches, merely 30% of coaches have a $125,000 six-figure business, and there's no shame about this, but I think what it is that we've got to have the business models, we've got to have the opportunity and the offer aligned to this consciously, working with the right clients. Okay. So I'm just going to run through this very quickly, and you will see that maybe you've got a $100 course or a program or something fantastic. But in order to make 125 for the year, you need 1,250 clients. Okay. Maybe you've got a membership model, which is fantastic. I know many of you have got membership models, and people come on, you do a broadcast once a month, you offer them some goodies. It's really a great, great, great passive kind of model. 1,250 clients at $100 a month gives you 125. Or you can offer, hey, let's see, and you can do a mixture of these things. I will talk about this next. Is you could have 250 clients in a $500 a year program. Okay, not difficult, not impossible. 125 clients in a $1,000 program. Really, really, really easy. Or if you want more time and space and bespoke VIP connection with your clients, which is really what I love. All right. I don't necessarily want to have the courses. That's, it would be great for passive income, but think about your lifestyle. What do you really, really, really want? And I love, and I encourage you to think about this, 25 clients in a $5,000 a year or maybe 6 months program. All of you can do that. All of you can do that. Okay. Or, and I'll just finish this up, 12 and a half clients. I've never seen a half of a client, but I'll just just put it in there in a 10K program for the whole year. That is so common. Each of you should be doing a year-long mastermind council type of program where it's at minimum $1,000 investment per month. And we know with executive women, we know with women that are serious about their careers and their business, executive men, whatever, generally executive coaching is at least 1,000 per month. Many times it's like 2,000, 2,500 are standards. All right. Trust me when I tell you this. I know the research, and these are the fees that I charge. You should be charging them too. Or finally, and this is so glorious, and this is completely doable. How about 6.5 clients? 6.25. Never seen 2.25. Okay. Anyway, 6 clients in a 20K per year program. A mastermind, a council, high touch retreats, things where you are loving it. Maybe you incorporate some astrology in there and some mind body work, and you bring in all your passion. In 20K per year, you only need 6 clients, ladies. Who thinks any of these models are so doable, right? Okay, I hope this is not having you phase out here, but these are all models that are so doable. Okay, and then I'm not going to go through these, but if you want to double that, and let's just say your game is 250 a year, Fabulous. That's a lot of gas. Let's go. That is because we have very high profitable businesses here. So just think about this. Look at the very bottom there. For a 250 per year, six-figure plus business, you just need 13 clients in a year-long program, and you got 250K. Okay. Or let's also think about, and I'm just going to go through a couple of these to spark you thinking about this, is you also could incorporate like a little 90-day program for 5K, or you could do some speaking to corporations for 5K. You can maybe do some retreats, online summits, maybe a little home study course. This is all of the mixture of things that you can be doing. All right. And ladies, this is just a short list, okay? Especially when you're coaching and consulting in corporate associations and organizations. It's endless, the opportunities that you have. Okay. I have retainer corporate clients. I have 2 of them. And I will just say each of them pay me a retainer of $34,000 a month. Okay. That's pretty exciting. That's pretty exciting. And so now I serve a lot of their employees, their colleagues for that. It's pretty intense, but anything is possible here. Okay. So what's emerging? Because we're going to start putting pen to paper now in the next phase. What are you thinking about for your models here? Are you getting excited here? I hope you're getting excited. Okay. What are you seeing for yourself that maybe you didn't see before we hopped on our call? Raise your hand, jump in.
The retainer client is right up my alley, Kathleen.
Exactly. Yeah.
Would you be able to just share in terms of how many people that 34K retainer client is that you've got, if it's okay for you to share that?
Absolutely. Well, it is 34 employees that live literally, it's intense. And I have an associate coach that helps me with this.
Okay.
But we do groups with this. And we also do very, very short 15-minute coaching sessions, little quicken. I use Voxer, and I share all these models, in my year-long program. We use Voxer a lot. Voxer is like a walkie-talkie, so hot and easy. We do a lot of chat. We use WeChat. We use all kinds of things, WhatsApp. So we streamline things, and it's a beautiful business model. So it's a combination of group and then one-on-one VIP. Now, I'll tell you, this is a highly, highly high touch model. And in some places on around the US, maybe on each coast, I should probably add a 0 to that monthly. Okay. I live in a little town, Woodstock, Illinois. There are 29,000 people in my community, 29,000 people in my town. So small town. My manufacturers around here, I love them. They generally have 750 employees. Okay. So these are tiny little towns, so I will delighted to help you put the numbers together of, what are the numbers? But the most important thing is the transformation that occurs as a result of this work that I'm doing with them. Huge. So they have a huge ROI for that. Okay. But for a couple days a month, I'll just be fully transparent. It's a lot. I come back and I'm like, whoo, that was intense. Okay. But for each of you, maybe you just have one corporate client on retainer that you work with. And then maybe you have a women's council that you work with, or a mastermind group. And then you do a couple speaking. Okay. So it's this mixture of things. And I'd like for you to start to think now, because we're winding down. Oh my goodness, where did our time go? To think about from a lifestyle perspective. What's the mix of things that you would like? Do you want to kind of do, like, again, for 2 days out of the month, I'm pretty intense with my corporate clients, but I choose that. I love it. I want to do that. And at the same time, I'm never really fully dependent. Like, I don't want any of you to be dependent on one income source. Okay. Never dependent on one income source. So having a diversity of what you're doing, okay? With different groups, different kinds of clients if you'd like to. The corporate groups that I have, they're men and women. I love coaching both men and women, okay? Doesn't have to be one specific thing, okay? All right, so thinking about this, and what I'd like to do is, would this be a helpful slide for you to see kind of the mix of things that you can be could be doing? Or let me go here. And again, this is a really good model. Is like, listen, um, you could have for 125K a year, which is fantastic. You could have, let's just say, 3 corporate clients for only 20,000 for the whole year. Okay. And then maybe you've got some other VIP one-on-one. Maybe you've got a retreat. Maybe you get speaking fees. All of this mix of things. You can just mix this up however you want to. Okay. Questions, comments. And we're going to laser in on your questions. Please jump in. You could laser in your questions. Yeah. Sonia, thank you.
If you could just go back to the previous slide, please. Sorry,
Yes. I know this is a lot, ladies. Yeah. Yeah.
You've got something there about 12, whatever. Yeah. So let's say 25 clients at 10K in a 10K program. Are these programs always year-long programs, or do you determine the duration, or okay?
Yeah.
Because I'm not sure what the market rate is, or what's acceptable. Let's put it that way.
Great question. To keep this really simple for today, some beautiful models that are working now in the marketplace are year-long programs, because people want to be, if they're learners and they're growing, they want to be in a container with trusted colleagues. Okay. And so you may start with, let's just say we're going to do a little 90-day accelerator. Okay. A little 90-day accelerator. Just say you have 20 women in a $3,000 to $4,000 accelerator. Fantastic. Even 30 women in a $4,000 accelerator, $120,000. Amazing. Write that. That's your whole, you could do that. But people are now, what's happening is people are seeking communities of like-minded people, and they want to be in a curriculum. They want to be in a container for longer periods of time. So a 90-day accelerator is great because it gets people kind of into it. 6-month programs are generally the standard. And for a 6-month program, generally at least 6K. Year-long programs at least for 12K. And so what I highly recommend is start with a little accelerator. Just get going. If you haven't led groups in a while or ever, just get it going. Do your proof of concept and just start. Okay. And then you can expand. You can make an offer for this 90-day group. Come stay with me for the year. Come stay with me for another 6 months. Okay.
All-day button.
Yep. Yeah. Thank you. Sonia, does that make sense?
Perfect. Thank you so much, Kathleen.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. And we'll do a whole separate program on corporate kinds of things like this. And I'll just usually start with a keynote, an internal keynote, a lunch and learn, something like that, a presentation for their leadership team on a topic that I know that they want to talk about. And I start. And so from that keynote, immediately, the offer is made. The plans are already in place that we're going to be rolling this out to the next group and to the next group and to the next group. Okay. And so it just snowballs. It's really, really phenomenal. Really phenomenal. Yeah. To the point where you will want to bring in partners. You will want to bring in other coaches. I mean, this is also what can happen here, Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Angela, you were jumping in. Did you have, Angela, did you have a question? Because I think you were raising your hand. Okay, we'll keep moving.
I have a floating mute button.
A floating mute? Okay, that's right. Okay, jump in. Yes.
On the on the wind.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you're taking me through all the emotions because I'm laughing at the concept of half a client, and then 30 seconds later, I'm thinking about corporate offers. So you have these really intense couple days with a client, and then basically you're on call for little things the rest of the year. Is that how that works?
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, the model is what's really great is the model can be whatever you want and whatever the client needs. Okay. And depending upon, and this is kind of beyond the scope of our time together, but through a beautiful interview process, you can find out like what we do. We use the GROW model. What are your goals? What's the reality? What are the options or obstacles? And W, what's next? So having conversations about where is the client now? What are their most indulgent desires and what's their big gold goals, all that type of thing. Corporate too. What do you want to achieve in this next year? And then you as coaches, we've got to close the gap. Okay, close the gap with our services, our products, all of our offers and everything. And then it's just like, what's the structure of it? Okay, the structure can be whatever you want. I told this corporate client that I will come out once a quarter and be in person for the in person coaching calls, but I will not be in person every month. I won't do it. It just doesn't work in my lifestyle. And they're cool with it. So it's whatever you can create. And that's why having a trusted coach like me who's done these things, I can give you the recommendations on what are the models that work right now. Okay. Yeah. Okay, good. So other questions, comments. I'm throwing a lot at you here, ladies. But you're thinking about what do you want? What's the number you're looking for in this next year? And then rather than kind of throwing a swag to it, well, I'm just going to put a number out there. It's going to happen. Ladies, it's not. Okay. Having the structure of, okay, I'm going to have this and this and this and this. These are the components that are going to make up the revenue. And you will also be able to see and track quarter by quarter, month by month. Hey, this is the thing that's really taking off for me and I love it. Let's do more of that. Okay. If you decide, hey, my courses that I've created are not really, I'm not really digging with that. It's just kind of a passive thing. It's great. Great. You just know where to put your focus and your effort. All right. Rather than kind of hoping and having a hope and a wish, let's put into the tactics. Okay. All right. So as we kind of move into completing here, I'd love for you to be thinking about what could possibly be the mix. Okay. And again, we were looking at this model right here of 125. Well, you know, it you could literally have, let's just say, golly, 12 clients. I'm looking at this, right? This 125 kind of in the middle. Maybe I want to have 13 clients in a 5K program. And I want to have another mixture of, I'd like to do some keynotes for $3,000 to $5,000. And maybe I'll do a little mastermind or I'll bring a group together. This mixture of a couple things. So today, sketching out what do you think could be the mix for you is really, really important. And by the way, my invitation and my gift to each of you is let's jump on a call and we can actually put together the specifics of what does your mix look like? What does the whole portfolio look like for you in this next year? Because I know this is a lot. This is literally a whole day kind of strategic planning, but this is meant so that you can start to think about, okay, I'd like to kind of do this kind of mix of things. Okay. Questions, comments, questions you've got about this? Hope your head is not swimming now. Okay.
Well, and I feel like for me, it's going to be, small stuff through Q1, and then once the hiring course comes out, there's going to be more big stuff.
Yes. Excellent. Yeah. And thank you, Angela, because I'll come over to you, Susan, guess what? You start building, these are the building blocks of things. And before you know it, a year from now, you've got the mastermind group, the council, you've got the assets, you've got a training course, and then you've got this, you've got your executive women's leadership group. And so you've got these powerful, powerful assets that you get to leverage ongoingly. Okay. Susan, jump in, please.
The mix is great, and I love having it mixed with the indulgent dream because it allows you to look at that bronze or silver level, but it also allows you to go, okay, if I don't reach the gold level, what maybe helps me build a bridge from now through next year to the next year to still hold the indulgent dream as part of it, and also makes me be accountable for what would I need to really reach that dream. And instead of looking at it as a wild, wild guess, you're looking at it as what's the reality of accomplishing this in the first quarter, just as Angela was talking about. You can look at the fact that maybe you're going to get your big program launched by end of summer leading into early fall, or maybe even in that fourth quarter because you've been able to drip on enough people to finally pull that event off. It's not that it all has to happen in January. It's more of the getting focused now so that you can really strategize of how it happens around the things that you know you have committed now that you can run with versus the things you have to develop to evolve to.
Thank you. And by the way, you're all leaning in to say, why is it that Susan really has this down? Well, of course, she's been in the Women's Success Accelerator for 3+ years. So you've been doing this, and you've been over time, Susan, working with different groups, and you're in a lane now. We try different things, ladies, right? We try to see, where's the matchup here for me? Where's the magic? What do I love doing? What am I good at? Where's the market want? And Susan, you are in a lane now that is phenomenal for you and is going to be incredibly lucrative for you in this new year. I mean, it's fantastic. Yeah. So we get in the money lane, ladies. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And all the while, you've been building, 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 building relationships, making connections, doing great work, sowing the seeds. It's harvest time, ladies. It is harvest time. Okay, great. Questions? Anything before we move forward? Wow. Okay. So, questions. So, my goal here is that we start to be thinking in buckets. Okay. We start to be thinking in, okay, I could have a group here. I could have a community here. I could have maybe some VIP one-on-one because I love to do that. I don't want to give that up. And then maybe there's some sprinkling of some paid keynotes or workshops or things of that nature. Okay. None of it is wrong. Okay. It's all right. Okay. All right. So let me go in and we're going to complete here because you have choices, huh? How many of you, I mean, if you've been a coach for a while, you know that, listen, um, maybe we didn't understand about a lot of options. It was generally VIP one-on-one, typically at like $500 an hour, and you have to have 30 clients to make $150,000 a year, like 30 clients in a one-on-one can be challenging, all right, unless you love it and you've got that lifestyle. But I'm saying there are more models for you that are working, okay? Higher level leverage models, okay? So high-end VIP, maybe a 12-month or a 6-month, even a 90-day I was mentioning. Start sprinkling some of these. And so leaving today with some thoughts about, okay, I'd like to we want to work backwards from the number. I want this number. Then what's the mix of offers that I need to have to fulfill that number? Okay. And then what we do is we go in and we start to look at, let's move into this phase with our few minutes left here. Start to think about, okay, let's just say I'd like to go in and I'd like to launch maybe a high-end, high-ticket kind of bespoke program. Okay. Or I'd like to start going for more VIP clients. Okay. What's the number of clients? Let's work back from Okay, let's just say I want to have maybe 10 VIP clients that are paying me, investing in me and investing in themselves truly, right? That are maybe paying, let's say 1,500 a month. I only need 12 of those for the year or less. Maybe I need 10 of those. Okay. What do I need to be doing today to work backwards from the number of clients? Okay. So in order to get, let's just say 10 ultra VIP clients, or maybe a group with 10, each investing 1,000 a month. Hello. What do I need to be doing today in this month to be able to launch that? Okay. So we can, in our one-on-one call together, we can talk about a launch strategy, but essentially, generally a perfect time to launch is 2 months in advance. 2 months gives you a lot of spaciousness to put together a launch plan and work from the end in mind. Okay, let's just say now, hey, I'd like to launch something in March 1st. You know, our Women's Success Accelerator, that's what we do. I want to launch a new initiative March 1st. So then let's look at, right, what do I need to be doing in February to be able to launch this new initiative? What do I need to be doing in February? What groups do I need to be speaking at? What partners do I need to have help me? And you know, we espouse, my philosophy is having five funnels. Okay? 5 funnels to launch. You're a guest on somebody's podcast. You write articles, you have a master class, you do a little challenge, maybe you do a little jump on Q&A kind of thing. Okay, those are 5 funnels. All right, easy peasy. 5 ways that people can come into your opportunity. All right, I know this is a lot. You can handle this. Okay, so be thinking about what could be the mixture of things, and, you know, just kind of scratching it out on your sheet of paper. All right. The cool thing is you can move all of this around. All right. There's nothing set in stone. All right. So would love for you to be thinking about, before we complete, we're going to complete here in 7 minutes. Oh my goodness. What could be some revenue models for you in this new year? You know, I've got a group, I've got X amount of books, Kathy Dirksen, X amount of projects. What are the projects that I need to have? What are the speaking things that I need to have? What is the mix of things? Okay. All right. This puts you in the driver's seat because you know the pathway to achieving the revenue. All right. And then finally, you know, looking at what's the success criteria? How am I going to know that I arrive? What are the things that I'm going to accomplish, like the tactics and all of the details? Okay. And what are the things that I need to do? And of course, why do I want to do it? And why is this project important? All right. Quick question before we complete. We have a lot here, right, ladies? A lot. And I just want to also share that for all of us, me included, this kind of gets back to what we were talking about before, is we want it all to look like the beautiful picture of Hawaii. We want to have it all figured out today. But right now, sitting and being comfortable with all the puzzle pieces kind of look a little crazy. So I'd like for you to be thinking about, as we complete, what are the next 3 steps that you want to take, the next 3 steps. And even if it's just one step, what's the next step you want to take as a result of our time together? Just one step. All right. So we don't need to put on any writing music. What's the one step, 1 to 3, that you're going to take to be able to just start the process? Okay.
I guess start deciding what would go in that bucket.
Yes.
What would be the
Perfect.
combination?
Excellent. Really great. Thank you. And Phyllis, let's schedule a time. You all know my Calendly, but I'll put it again. Let's schedule a time. My gift from me to you is, let's talk about what is the mix. Okay. What do you love doing? What does the world want from you right now, from all of us? Okay, I'm just typing it in. Schedule a time with me and we'll talk through this. Good. What's one other step that's emerging for you? And maybe take a deep breath if you're feeling a little overwhelmed. You
And
got this.
yeah, for me, it's also finishing reviewing where things have landed this year,
Exactly.
comparing against my expectations for this
Yes.
year to help
Mm-hmm.
me go what did work, what didn't work. And then like I've got meetings with various people I'm working with to confirm how my strategy ties in with theirs, where I'm able to leverage off of them
Yes.
some numbers of what they're thinking we'll do together, so that I'm putting time into play to allow for those those opportunities without screwing up anything else I'm trying to create on my own. Um,
Excellent.
so
Yes, exactly. Yes. So today, the starting the process of here are some different models. Here's what I could be doing. My intention is I hope that this has expanded what's possible for you and the next steps, because knowing what we don't know, like, okay, I don't know how I would implement this, or I don't know what I would do next. That's cool because there are solutions. Okay. I'm going to put in the chat, what is your next step? Okay, just put it in the chat. Thank you. And as we complete, my gosh, it's crazy how much the time has flown by, is if you are also saying to yourself, gosh, I really want to make that gold number. Okay. And I don't know how I'm going to get there. I know I can do it because other women have done it. And I know it's possible for me. If you're saying to yourself, hey, I want to know more, I'd also like to mention to you that the Women's Corporate Coaching Success Accelerator is now open, and we help you with everything. We have rolling admissions. We want to invite you to come be part of this year-long program, and it's everything you need, the frameworks, the systems, the coaching, everything. And let's have a conversation, because you can also, part of this, be part of our council. All right, get the platform to present and be more visible. So let's have a conversation, discuss this, schedule a call with me, and it's possible, ladies. All right. And so as we complete, let's rewind back to the beginning of our time together. My gosh, 2 hours ago, yikes, with a little dance break and a little break. Imagine that it's a year from today. And the only thing that's going to be different, ladies, between where you are now and where you want to be is the actions you take as a result of our time together. That's just really what it is in order for things to change, we've got to change. Okay. And so my wish for you is that you have this beautiful future. To all of you here and everybody watching the rebroadcast, it's possible. You can do it. It's just the strategies and the tactics, the sisterhood, and the coaching and mentoring. That's the difference. Okay. So let's get out of our comfort zone and quantify with here are the three things that I'm going to be doing. And let's just create what's next for us. All right. Take some action. Just take one small action. Book the time with me. That would be fantastic. That's a great step. So as we complete, I'm curious your biggest takeaway from our time together, knowing that this is generally like a half day, 4 hour kind of thing. I crunched it all into, an express kind of event. But what's your biggest takeaway from our time together as we complete? And thank you, thank you, thank you for being here and staying the course. Okay. That says a lot about who you are. Biggest takeaway. I'm putting a little bookend on things.
For
Jump
me,
in.
it's been a great reminder to start at the end and work backwards. So your income goal, what am I wanting to achieve? And then going back and saying what needs to be put in place to achieve that. That's been great. Very helpful. Thank you.
Thank you, Sonia. Seems more manageable, doesn't it?
mhm.
Than starting the other way around. Like, what do I want to do? And then what's the income? No, let's create the systems and the structure to be able to fulfill on the number commitment. Yeah. Thank you. Beautiful. Sparkling for you. Who else?
And I
Biggest
put
takeaway?
in just great overview
Yeah.
and big picture thinking,
Thank you.
so
Thank
that
you.
we can figure out the details in between.
Yeah. And you're in our year-long program, so you are already doing this. You've already, quite a bit ahead. So thank you for being here, Susan. Yeah. Yeah. Great. Sonia, Phyllis, biggest takeaway.
It always comes down to deciding what you're going to offer. And you have to understand what the market will bear. So once you know that, then you have your client. Like I have over 400 leaders that I've worked with, and I always use the holidays to reach out, sending them my questionnaire that I designed, blah, blah, blah. And then telling them, these are the new programs that I'm offering in the next year. If you have anybody that you think would benefit, please, feel free to recommend me. And I think that that's like building a base from the community you create.
Love it.
I
Yeah.
agree with what Sonia said. If
Yeah.
you don't know, and it's hard for us to describe in great detail who your market is very often. But if you don't know that, you don't know who you're ever going to attract to the things you may want to do.
Exactly.
So that's a big struggle sometimes.
Thank you. Well, let's schedule a time. We'll talk about that. And, with 2025 literally around the corner, my wish for you is that you have your most indulgent, beautiful why, that it's the best year ever for yourself, personally, professionally, and for the communities you impact. So with that, lots of love to each of you. Let's go for it. Okay. It's our year. In our council, our theme is going to be Thrive and Arrive in 2025. Okay. So we'll be implementing and executing on that. Okay. Bye for now.
I
Yeah.
and we all wish that for you and all the
Thank you.
time, effort, and heart you have put in for us.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Phyllis.
Thank you, Kathleen.
Thank
All the
you.
best to you.
Okay, good.
Bye,
Good.
everyone.
Thank you. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Have a beautiful day. Schedule your time. I'm here. We're going to put it together. Okay.
Oh,
Bye-bye. Love to
yeah.
you. Bye-bye. Thanks. Thank
Good
you.